Welcome to the In Her Light podcast, where we talk about all things energy, ascension, 5D business and manifestation, and the courage to stand in your light and shine no matter the fuck what. I am your host, Simone Hodgins, and this is In Her Light. Hello, and welcome to the In Her Light podcast. I am your host, Simone Hodgins, and I am super excited because this is my first podcast of 2024, and this is an 8-year. So I do apologize. I've missed a couple of weeks, but new year, lots of things going on. We had the holidays, we had the flu, we had it all. So here we are. And I'm really excited to be here because this is meant to be the best year. And this is going to be the best year of your life. If you are really tuned into creation versus consumption, and if you are willing to leave the past behind you, and if you are willing to step into your expansion fully. And this is really the recipe that I feel is going to be the best way to create this upcoming year. So I want to start by thanking you for being here. And let's talk about how can we actually step into and create the most incredibly powerful, beautiful, amazing, expansive, next level fucking year. And the first thing I said to you was, where can we get out of becoming the consumer and becoming more of the creator? Because naturally, it's our natural state to create. We are aspects of the infinite creator. And yet we have been so programmed to consume, to look at what everyone else is doing, to compare ourselves, to look to somebody else always for inspiration, and never really feel like we've got it within us. We doubt the creativity that is just lying there within us, waiting to be awakened. And, you know, one of the things that I want to invite you into is take some time to stop consuming everybody else's social media and their posts and what they're doing. Like, I can't believe. So all I see on social media, I will tell you, for me anyway, is everybody has these hacks. And it's like, there's a million ways to grow your Instagram. There's a million ways to make $1 million. There's an infinite, actually, ways to make millions of dollars, but that's another conversation. But there's all these ways to grow your social media. And it's like, try this hack, do this thing, do this. And that's the thing that everyone is tuning into. That's what everyone is kind of like, okay, so I'm going to start creating a series, how to get more followers, number 75. And then just, keep going with, I don't know, I guess 365 days of a 365 part series on how to grow your Instagram, whatever it is. And there's nothing wrong with any of this, you guys. Like, this is amazing for the people that are doing this because it's amazing that they are in creation mode. But what I'm saying is it's really easy to get sucked in and then just be like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? Of course, learning a new skill is amazing, but don't get lost in the fact that people are not on social media or following you on social media or anywhere for that matter because you are just learning all the things and then you're going to teach them all the things. But it is about your energy. It is about how you're showing up. It is about who you are being and how you're expressing yourself. And actually, one of my clients this morning said to me, I have been making better reels than ever, but I'm not getting as many followers every time I post a reel, because before I would post a reel and I would have this many followers come in through the reel. And right now I'm not getting these followers. And I said, okay, well, maybe that has to do with consistency and hashtags and some other little things. Or could that have to do with, are you just posting right now because you want more followers, likes, and comments, and that's it? Like, I want to tell you guys something. I have a colleague that I went through this mastermind in a couple of years ago. And this is her whole social media, okay? She is Facebook. She has 800 people in a private group, and she has 5,000 people on Instagram. She makes $1 million a month. A month. Probably more now. So that was like, I don't know, 6 months ago, she hit her first $1 million month. And so what I'm saying to you is, please don't spend all your time consuming the ways in which you can get more followers, where you can get more people, where you can get people into your stuff, where you can get. Can you just look at how I can create in order to be of the highest service? And so when we create content, of course, there are pillars and rules around creating content where it's like, okay, so I'm going to create content where it's got to educate, it's got to entertain, and it's got to have a call to action of some sort, whether that's like and follow, or click the link below and see my thing, or whatever, or link in my bio, whatever it is. But I just want to invite you to know that, yes, of course, there is a structure to things if you want there to be. Always a call to action in some way, shape, or form, whether that's like and follow me for more, or, hey, check out the caption below, or whatever, right? You can do that. But so I challenged my client, any of that, and just blissfully serve and have fun, and don't do it in order to get. Just do it because you want to, because it's your authentic expression, and see what happens. So that is the first part of having the most monumental, amazing year, is where can you be less of a consumer and more of a creator? Where can you just be creative, have fun? Your business and your mission and your purpose is meant for you to authentically express what wants to come through, to share and just create and just have fun, not do it to get something, because then what happens is you put an energy around it that, first of all, is contraction. Okay, so that's not awesome. But the energy is, I do this in order to get something, versus I do this to serve, and I know that it is in my highest alignment. And I know, because I'm in my highest alignment, the clients and the good things, they just make their way to me anyway, right? So I don't need to be in a state of, oh my God, how can I get? Because it's very contractive, and it's not from your natural state of being, right? So where can you be more of a creator versus consumer? And the second piece is, or your second tip, I guess, is, where can we let go of the past? Where can we release the past and have compassion for that version of ourselves who was there, who made those decisions from that state of being, from that state of mind, and just allow ourselves to be okay with that and to be good with where we are now. And when we can release the past, we're clearing space. We are letting go. We are practicing forgiveness for ourselves and others, because that makes space for new, amazing things to come into your life and take form. Okay? This is manifestation. And part of the work that I do in the healing work is forgiveness work. And so this is ancestral healing and clearing. And this is based on forgiveness work, because it's not until you lay it down and no longer carry it that you can feel free from it. And so when we carry it and we feel the anger and, well, it wasn't right, he did that to me and whatever, of course it wasn't right. But if you can find it in your heart to forgive so that you are no longer attached and carrying that and holding that weight, and you can actually physically become more light, you will be more light, more energy, much easier to manifest, because you are accessing the higher dimensional fields just through the fact that you are becoming more light, less density. We can't become less density unless we let go of the shit that we're carrying, okay? Releasing, letting go. And you have a calling. You have things that you are meant to do this year. And this is the year to step into it. This is an 8-year. We are in the greatest evolutionary shift in human consciousness ever. And there's no mistake that you're here. There's no mistake that you have the desires. There's no mistake that you have the gifts you have. They were given to you by the highest. So allow yourself to just be ready to receive. When we release, we open space to receive. And when we create, we are just in that alignment. So it's like we're creating and we're receiving, and we're creating and we're receiving, and we're opening ourselves up, playing in the field of possibility, massive amounts of potential. When we are planting the seeds and we keep watering those seeds and playing in that area and stepping into our highest potential, there is a beautiful pathway opening up for you for this year. And you can step into that pathway, or you can go down the old ways of being, staying in the fear, staying and playing in the bullshit that's going on in the external world. Or we can create the life and the earth and the power and all of the things that we want to step into just through our dominant state of being, through allowing ourselves to release and let go and open ourselves to receive, expand our capacity to hold. And we keep stepping in and taking the next step and allowing it to unfold. We don't need to know what's going to be happening right in front of us. We just need to surrender and trust in the unknown, but trust in our internal guidance. Trust that whatever you desire is your internal guidance, and take the steps towards what you desire, okay? Take the steps towards what you desire. And when the fears come up, also walk through them. You cannot go around them. You cannot avoid them. You cannot stuff them down, because that's what creates all the heaviness that takes up all the space for all of the abundance that's meant to come in. So when you feel the fear, you feel the anger, you feel the sadness, you feel something, you then feel it. When you feel it and don't attach to it, it's going to move through you. The emotions are energy in motion. They're meant to move through your body, and they actually will move through your body within about 2 minutes, okay? Or less, if you allow them to move through without attaching to the story, going down the spiral, holding onto it, and feeding the charge, okay? Instead, where can you notice it, feel it, allow it to move through, and choose what is it about this situation that came up that I don't love, but what is it that I do love about it? What did it show me that I can create a sense of love and abundance around it instead? This, by the way, this little practice right here is massive and will change your life dramatically. If you can go through this year noticing what you don't like, allowing the way that you feel about it to move through you, and choosing, wow, okay, I didn't like this situation, but I love that it showed me this. I love that I'm more present right now. I love that I am more in my body. I love that, whatever. Okay. So whatever the situation is, I was just talking about this today in 5D manifestation magic, where you could be driving down the road, someone cuts you off, and you can freak out and go into the charge and feed that energy and be angry and be pissed. Or you can say, whoa, I did not love that. Feel the fear, allow it to move through you, and just notice what you love about it. Wow, I'm very grateful that I'm a good driver and I was able to avoid that. I'm really grateful that my kids are in the back seat and they're safe and sound. I'm really grateful that I'm getting to my destination totally, perfectly safe and sound. Okay, so shift it, and that will shift your dominant state of being. Okay, which is allowing you to expand into those bigger goals and desires and dreams and money and wealth and abundance, which is the third part, is expanding into those things and knowing that as we have these expansive desires, the universe doesn't look at it like it's so much harder to manifest a button than it is to manifest $1 million or $1 million home, whatever. Okay. The energy is the same. It's just bigger. Okay. But the energy itself, the intention, the only thing that makes it possible or not possible is what you believe around it. I believe that it's very difficult to manifest $1 million. And so therefore, I will see the evidence that it's very difficult to not just manifest. And when I say manifest, I'm not saying to sit there and wish for $1 million and let it fall in my lap. I'm saying manifest $1 million through the actions I'm taking, through my creations, through my work, through the way that I show up. If it's hard, then the evidence will show me that it's hard, because I truly believe it's really, really hard. But I'm telling you, if you can manifest a parking space, if you can manifest a free coffee, if you can manifest a free win in your lottery ticket, if you can manifest whatever, okay, you can manifest anything. There is no difference. The only difference is the energy that you hold around it. And as we step into expansion, we see the thing that we desire. We see that we are now holding space and dominantly playing in the field of possibility and what's possible. As we connect to the pure potential of it, we hold the energy of it. We don't go into self-doubt. When we notice that we're going into self-doubt, we go, holy shit, look at me going into self-doubt. That's not the truth of who I am. And I really, truly believe that I am meant for more because I desire it. The desires that I have were put on my heart and soul through God itself, him, herself, and whatever it is for you, okay? God, all that is, the infinite creator, the divine prime creator, is the one who gives you the desires, who gives you the talents, who gives you the magic, who gives you the pure potential that you are. And so you are pure potential. So let that land for you. Your pure potential. The only thing that's stopping you is the bullshit, okay? The bullshit beliefs, the bullshit ways of being that are not you. Because if they were you, then they would have come from you. But none of those things came from you. The only thing that comes from you, that is your natural state, is love, is joy, is abundance. That is your nature. You are nature. Nature, all nature wants to do is expand. Nature expands. You are nature. It is your nature to continue to expand. The only thing that takes you out of your nature is the programming from everything outside of you that tells you all the reasons why you can't. Your mind is the supercomputer that holds onto it and shows you over and over again and is running a catalog of impending doom in order to keep you safe, in order to keep you from fear, in order to keep you from failure, in order to keep you from getting hurt. But I want to tell you, all of the richness of the human experience is being able to experience all of those things. And it's okay to have fear, but feel it. Notice it. You're safe to feel fear. It's not going to kill you to feel the fear. It's not going to kill you to feel the sadness. It's not going to kill you to feel the anger. Okay? What is going to kill you is when you fucking are afraid to feel it and you store it in your body and you get real sick from it. Okay? So allow yourself to feel everything. Know that you're safe to feel it. Allow it to move through and choose to move towards your expansion. And when I say feeling, do you know what? It was funny. I was talking again to a client and they were saying something about, oh, you're talking about the buffalo. And I was like, what's the buffalo? Well, when a storm comes, the buffalo run into the storm. And the cows and all the other animals, they run away from the storm. When they run away from the storm and the storm is moving towards them, they spend a lot more time in the storm and in the fear of the storm and avoiding the storm and actually being in the storm. Whereas the buffalo just runs right into the storm because the buffalo knows that right on the other side of the storm is the rainbow and the sunshine and the peace and the love, right? So that's the equivalent of you feeling your feelings. That's the equivalent of you allowing yourself to feel what you feel. And now step into what it is that you desire and take the actions every single day. What is going to bring you into that space? Because I am telling you, this is a year of miracles, but you are a walking miracle and miracles are your natural state. Okay? It's not just a one-off kind of situation. Miracles are meant to be seen and felt every single moment of every single day. The fact that you breathe, the fact that your body is the most magnificent piece of technology that ever was and ever will be is a miracle. Okay? So notice the miracles and step into them. And have the most incredibly magical, abundant, fucking best year of your life, because this is it. This is the time. We are literally on two timelines, 3D, 5D. They've been traveling along together and now they are splitting and you get to choose. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go into staying in a state of creating the same shit over and over, never feeling grounded, never feeling love, in a sense where you're just living predominantly in fear? I don't want to say never feeling love, but never just feeling free, okay? Where you can shift into a state of freedom instead, where you can choose to create, to have fun, to build the business of your dreams that you are meant to build, and get on the mission and build the family dynamics and build the home that you're meant to build and build the life and the experience in this life that you are meant to build and experience and create and enjoy and receive. It's so rich. It's so incredible. This is the best year of your life. So don't waste any more of it focused on what went wrong last year, what kind of shit show is going on in the world right now. Because, I mean, we're just in the second week and we've already seen a whole bunch of craziness. And we've seen all the people talking about the craziness and all the false prophets and all the bullshit. And you can suck into it and you can go into it. Actually, I was looking at this girl on social media and she talks about what's going on in the world. And, you know, I'm very aware of what's going on in the world. Most of you are. We're awake. If you listen to me, you know, you're listening to me because you are a person who believes in energy and transformation and manifestation and all of those things. And you understand energy, okay? So when I see people just that are so focused on telling you, and that's okay, that's their mission, okay? Some people are in that is their mission, to wake people up. But for some people, I see that it is literally consuming them. And so it's consuming. And when you're consuming their stuff, you're also consuming, you know? And I just looked at this and I saw this girl going, well, look at what this and the aliens in Miami and this is what happened and here's the proof and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, I'm like, holy shit, what would it be like to be consumed by this shit every fucking day of your life? Every day of your life. This is all you're posting. This is all you're talking about. And I get it. She's got a ton of followers and she's making money, whatever, you know, she's doing. But it's like, ugh, it just feels like I just don't resonate with that. And so notice where you're putting your energy. Notice what you are consuming. Notice what you are bringing into your energetic field, your beautiful body. Notice what's coming in, okay? And I'm telling you, this is going to be your year. I know this is my year. I know that those of us who choose to step into that level of expansion, nothing is going to stop you. No matter what happens in the economy, no matter who the hell is in the presidential seat, no matter what's going on over in Europe, no matter who's protesting what, no matter what aliens show up on your fucking doorstep, none of it matters. None of it matters. What matters is how you feel. What matters is what are you creating? What matters is, are you stepping into your highest alignment as you move through this evolutionary shift in human consciousness? And that's it. So have the best year of your life, and let's fucking go. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.